What is up, RicoCap family and traders? So Saturday here, I'm just kind of going over a quick recap on a couple of trades we did during the week. Just kind of talk to y'all, kind of like how we caught some of these trades and what I'm thinking going into next week and things like that. So, the first trade that I kind of want to give a highlight to was IWM. And this one was honestly massive. I know I already made a video on this if you want to go check it out. At kind of the whole breakdown of what I did, how I saw it. But just a beautiful play when we caught puts and just told the team, stay strong, hold tight. Chopped us around a little bit. We got our first target. We ended up dumping all the way. Came down to these demands. And I just kind of want to show you maybe the aftermath, maybe the next day. Look how we held that demand, pushed right back up to this next one. Tagged this one pre-market, which this should be a supply, but I have it back demands because we're already over it. And look at that. We held the bottom of that end of the gap, right? I still have my gaps there that I charted for you guys kind of on the breakdown. We held that line perfectly at open. So this looks like it was Thursday. So the next day, obviously, I didn't play it or anything like that, but this tells you, this honestly is just a prime example of if something bounces on you or something happens where the trade goes against you or something just, didn't make sense to you, is because you're missing a key part of information, right? Say you kind of shorted at open, which would have been dumb, and was expecting maybe to close this gap down here and maybe just go into that demand, right, where buyers would have bounced us out. Notice how we bounced right at that line, right? If you didn't have that line on your chart or know why we just randomly reversed there, and then of course kind of reversed up here, which was, we're inside that gap still. So that's why. And then we came up to that one, rejected, gapped above it again. It came right back down to this demand where obviously that's where we retested and just kind of, went through there. So it's very important to have your levels and things like that. Another trade moving on that we absolutely killed it. I charted this, the naked chart for you guys. I did this fresh for you guys, and this is what we were looking for. We just wanted to get to that gap at 155 and then 157, ended at 160. So, that's exactly how we played it. We played it right here where we held this demand. Got our first target, second target. We were all out pretty much on the second target. We rejected pretty hard on that second. Runners got stopped out. But if you just held for a swing because they're weeklies, notice how, and this is pretty crazy, notice how the next day, because I saw the contracts the next day, and our contracts went to like $400, $500 plus, and we got them at like $100. So I was like, whoa, what happened? So as I looked at it, sure, we rejected pre-market and we're back down here, but we gapped up on a pretty big gap here, and then kind of held our 157 target right there, and then pre-market right all overnight it kind of just kept going to our final target, which was the 161, and it opened up at 162 almost to our 163 level. So it's crazy. Those calls opened up big, and then of course this huge gap right here, it closed it all the way out. So puts could have worked on that whole day. And if you were just held till Friday, look how we held back down here, came all the way back up, gapped up, back up to here where, that gap, this was an old gap too. So, we went higher. And if you just bought right here and just held for the week, your calls would have been in the money for sure, from 152 all the way to the 170. So, solid play there, super solid play there. Another good play is we caught SPY on Thursday, one and done kind of thing. We saw SPY kind of open up into this supply. I wanted to see if we'd hold, but we had these blue lines, which was 522, 521, and then 521, 520 demand. So this is a lot of traffic down here. In my eyes, a lot of potential where buyers could just step in at any time. So we're hanging around here, and I'm finger on the trigger, ready to go. I let the team know, hold on. Next 5 minute came out. This one came out right real quick. Nothing really happened. And then we started dipping. This is where I wanted to slam calls. And this is exactly where I was eyeing and ready to go. The second this next one held up right here on this 521 and just started bursting higher, I knew. We got above the EMAs. I was like, it's time to go. We slammed them calls, and obviously the 15-minute opened up above that candle too. And it was absolutely a good play where, of course, this is area. We opened up right around there, and then just kind of kept going to our next levels, 526, 527. I knew we'd probably run to 528, 529. So we're mostly out at 526. Runners right up here, 527. I was all out, and then I kind of took my eyes off for the day. It was a banger day. I mean, banger trade. On the 15, you can see how it hammered out. So when I saw that, I was like, it's game time. So it ran to that supply up there, 531. So from 522 all the way to 531, pretty monster day, honestly. It was just calls and hold and chill, you know. A couple other plays, notable plays that I did see. Tesla was respecting its zones here very nicely as well, especially on Friday. Rejected, came down to this demand right here, and then kind of just kept going, pushed right back up. So my thoughts, perfect touch, came right back up. My thoughts going into next week, looking at QQQ, we broke out of kind of the weekly high there, and we do have this gap up here at 454, 455. So above 452, I know we're going to close that, so that's just more bullish. We do have an open gap down here. I just, we'll probably come fill that at some point, just not right now. Same thing for SPY up here. We do have a gap up here on SPY right at 539, 540. So above, I would say, I don't know, 534. Definitely above 536.89. We're going to go close it at 539. So if that's what you're looking for on a solid play, a really good setup would be, right here. Maybe get a retest, but that right there is kind of the move you're looking for. Solid play, $3-4 move right there. So I mean, you're banking off that. Monday will come out. We'll see how we do. Chop around. We do have CPI, and other economical news next week. So it's gonna be a doozy. But I just wanted to go ahead and highlight that for y'all. I'm about to make another video as well, kind of charting a naked stock and kind of show y'all not only how I chart it, but how I go out and play it, the next week. So look out for that. I'm about to do it for y'all right now. But I'll see y'all in the next video.